right, we're going to go over the toy hauler and show you how to use everything. Right here's your electric jack. This is what's going to help you hook onto your trailer or to your tow hitch. Right here is located the propane tanks. Just remember, this guy comes off like this. There's a little valve right here that points towards the tank you're using with an arrow. If you're going to be using this tank, you're going to make sure this arrow is pointed this way and then just open up the tank. If this tank runs out, you'll move this little lever. It'll face the other tank. You'll open this one up and then you'll have propane running out of this one. All right. Also, the battery's located right through here. In case you ever need to do anything, you shouldn't need to do anything with the battery, but that's where it's located just for your information. There's a nice storage area right here. You can put your gear in here. Also, the hand cranks are in here in case you do need those. Right down here is the gray and black water dumps. They are color coded. So black water handle is black, and then the gray handle is gray. Just remember, you just put the sewer hose on here. You're going to hook it in. It's going to go into the ground at the dump station. You'll pull the black lever first. That's going to drain the sewage. Once the sewage is out, you're going to close it, and then you'll go ahead and pull the gray valve, and that kind of cleans out that hose before you finish up. I'm going to close this up now. These are your water fill tanks. The one on the left here with the cap is actually for filling the water tank, and then the one on the right is for RV hookups if you're at a campground that has water. So just to fill this up, you just put the garden hose in here, you fill it up. When the water squirts out, you're all good to go. And then if you are using the water like dry camping, you'll have to turn on the water pump. But if you're plugged in at a park, you'll just go ahead and turn, it'll just use the city water to pressurize the system, and you don't need to run the pump. There is a ladder on this RV, but we do not want you to get on the roof for any reason. This is just for servicing like the air conditioning unit and stuff like that. So we do not, once again, want you on the roof for any reason whatsoever. This is a toy hauler. This is a toy hauler here, and so there is some fuel, like a fueling station. We also don't want you to put fuel in there. We've had people put diesel fuel or other fuel, racing fuel. You don't know what's been in there, so you probably don't want to put that in your toys. So just remember, we recommend you don't use the fueling station. And then on the back here, it's a toy hauler, so obviously this hatch is going to open up so you can drive your toys in or your bicycles or whatever you want to use. These just latch right here. You're going to push it in, pull it over. The same thing on the other side, and then there's a large spring. This will just help you lift it down and lift it back up. Just be careful when you're closing it because it does have some spring on there. You don't want it to slam shut. Now there's something really nice on this coach. Something we've just done on a few new ones that we got. There's an electric jack system. So all you need to do, there's a button here that says retract and extend. You just hit these buttons and then those stabilizers are going to come down as you hold it and then touch the ground. Just remember they're stabilizers. They are not leveling jacks or anything like that. They just stabilize the RV just to make it less wobbly for when you're walking inside. This also has electric awning. Just remember, this is just for sun only. You don't want to use it during inclement weather like a storm or anything. You definitely want to close it. It's not to protect you from snow or rain or anything. In those cases, we recommend closing it. You just do not want to have that break off. They are really expensive to replace. As you come around, there are a couple of outlets here you could use as well. It's nice to set up a table out here. Maybe you could plug in a crock pot or something. Little lift left safety handle here, just as you enter and exit the stairs. And then lastly, this is the front button for the front jacks. So same thing as the back, just hit the button there and they'll come down and touch the ground. We're gonna go inside and show you a few things inside on how to operate everything. All right, we're gonna go out to the interior. I wanna go over the mission control area with you right here. This is where all the brains of the RV are. Right up here are all your gauges. If you hit these buttons there, it'll show you the fresh water, the black water, the gray water, and also the battery levels. All of your lighting for exterior are right here. And then you have some more exterior, and then these three are pretty important. This one right here is your electric water heater. That's for when you're plugged in at the park. And then this one right here is the gas electric heater. This is when you're out dry camping. You'll be running through there on this. You just click that on, 5 to 10 minutes heat water, 5 to 10 minutes between showers. And then lastly, this one right here is the water pump button. If you're dry camping and you need to use water, you need to make sure you have the pump on. This is your electric bed control right here. This will operate in the rear bed and bunks, so they'll go up and down and separate. And then this guy right here underneath is an interior light. This RV has a large TV. It also has a DVD player and a stereo system through here. So if you want to watch DVDs, you just put them in here, and then they'll play through the television. As we come back here, I want to show you the beds. This right now is set up into the bunk configuration, but these guys can also convert into sofas just like this. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. It's pretty simple. You're going to push in the middle and lift up on this guy, and it kind of brings it up just like that. Now you can see there's some space between there and the wall. So what you need to do is you lift up on these corners, and it kind of unhooks it and it slides back. So the same thing here, it'll slide back and then it locks down into place. The same thing here, you would just lift on the corners, kind of goes a little sideways there, same thing, and then it slides right back and hooks in. Now you have a nice little seating area for the kids or anything like that, or like I said, you can also make it into a bunk bed. This guy will do the same thing. You can make this into a bed. You just push down and pull out. One thing I do want to go over is underneath the sofas here is a little bar that comes down, and you just want to make sure if you're using it as the beds or anything like that, you want to go ahead and drop those. That just gives it more support. So you can do that while it's in the bed position or also just in the sofa position. All right, we're going to come around. You have a nice kitchen area, a stove, a gas stove top, and then we're going to go over the operation of the fridge and freezer. There are two selections here. One says gas and the other is auto for electric. If you're dry camping, you want to make sure this gas button is out. Then you would go ahead and just turn it on right there. These take about 4 to 6 hours to get cold. They'll freeze the freezer box first, and then it uses the cold air from the freezer to cool the fridge. If you're going to go to a park, you want to run it on auto. So instead of the gas button being out, you would push that down, and then the auto button would come on, and that'll make it automatically select between gas and electric. You have a nice sleeping area here, and then you also have your bathroom here. Just remember, the only thing that goes down the toilet is RV toilet paper. No Clorox wipes, no Lysol wipes, no female feminine products, nothing like that. You don't want to get those tanks clogged or anything. All throughout the RV, this is a newer RV, so it has a lot of USB connections for plugging in cell phones and everything like that. And then we also have solar on this that'll help charge those batteries. And if you're not running the generator, it kind of helps you run the generator less if you're dry camping. All right, well, we'll see you soon, and we hope you have a great trip.